back down to the rail bed.
I got the epitome of health right here.
Gobble, 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 gobble. It's feeling really, really good today. This thing is impressing me already in the first 10 miles or so.
I'm pretty pumped. I'm getting ready here. Got to finish up cleaning out the spray foam and the handlebars and stuff, but I'm getting ready, getting some last minute bag stuff situated. I'm gonna take off on a little mini saddlebag type ride from the shop here all the way up to Ryan's camp in Island Pond. Should be like 150 miles, give or take, going the main straight corridor route, or straighter main corridor route that way, because I'm going up solo. So that way I'll be on the main corridor, is more likely to have traffic and stuff going by if something were to happen, but old trusty reliable 1200 here should get me through just fine. So yeah, I'm gonna leave here, go all the way up to Island Pond, stay there overnight, probably do some loops around the pond down towards Burke on Friday, right? Do some loops down to the pond or down to Burke, get lunch down there, and then come back on Saturday. So should be a good little ride.
First little leg, 8.8 miles. If you notice, the ski tips are red. I no longer have the Mohawks on. I made it 5 miles. I said if I had to ride something like this all the time, I wouldn't ride at all. They were absolutely awful on here. Used to run Mohawks all the time on all the 2-strokes. Just the weight of them, I guess, on here is not working. But yeah, it was just horrendous. It had incredible steering effort, but the amount of effort you put into it, it didn't turn at all. It didn't go anywhere. It was just, I don't even want to waste time talking about it. So we got the pilots back on, fresh round bar in the middle and the old worn out shapers on the outside. It is quite a bit better. I still had to go and make a little bit of spring change, put a full number, right? These have little sleeves that are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went from 3 to 5 on the spring preload, so roughly another 1/8 of an inch, give or take. See how that's gonna feel through this real tight, twisty stuff. But yeah, first little leg, getting out of here towards Williston Way. Williston has tracked most of their stuff, but they're having issues with the snow drifts and getting the groomer through and whatnot. They got a little like Mahindra Roxor Jeep tractor looking thingy. So that's the one section I know is not going to be incredibly fun to get through. After that, we should be smooth sailing up through a lot of this tighter, twistier woods type stuff for a while before we get out to the good stuff. So I don't know how much I'm going to film and where, whatever, but we are on our little adventure here. And the snow, this is interesting. It's been packed and groomed a lot, so you would think it's pretty hard, but it hasn't had a ton of moisture in it, so it's like firm, but still soft, right? Don't know how to explain it. Inconsistent, I guess, would be the best term for it. But we also have that ice arrowhead to feel out on the back here too. I don't need to use the brake too much because of the engine braking. But when I do need to get on the brakes, I have the RS pads in it, which are nice. We got to seat those in a little. And yeah, I forgot to mention, Elbert's following us for a little while. He's getting out for a little ride today. He's not doing the whole trek with me, but he's going to cruise with us for a while and then flip on back whenever he feels like it. Yeah, with the engine braking and like this pace that I feel like this thing is intended for here, right? I like hardly ever touch the brake through those woods. I know it's tuned and it's got the Cudney kit and the clutching and all that stuff, so I don't remember, rather, comparison-wise to Dad's stock 1200 2015 we had. But this thing just hauls itself down as soon as you breathe on the throttle, so it's kind of nice. But I know it's not the greatest for the guys behind me that don't have a tail light or don't have a brake light coming on, rather.
Twisty through there.
Yeah. Yep. Much better?
Yeah, good enough.
Going good through there.
Yeah, just cruising, not trying to push it, just riding it at like the pace it wants to go naturally, really.
Yep. I hardly touched the brake. The engine braking, I don't know if that's, I know they have a lot to begin with, right? But with this Cudney clutch kit and stuff, I don't know if there's more than normal. I don't remember back to your 2015.
There was a lot.
Yeah, hardly touch it. These things suck. Should have pulled them off, but whatever. We'll go up to our first little lookout of the trip here. I don't know how grown in this is now, if you can actually see much out of here or not. Oh yeah, we're growing in big time. Yeah, not too bad. Look at that, huh? I need to make an alignment correction.
Oh yeah?
It's like this.
Okay.
My left shoulder's already tired. Doesn't look that far out, but she definitely is. But yeah, it's just like I'm constantly pulling it to the left to go straight. I almost think they're just towed in at each other. I'm gonna spin them both out and that one a little bit more. So far behind schedule, it's not even funny. All right, had to make an alignment adjustment, which was tough because we only had one pair of needle nose vice grips. But we got it done, eyeballed it close. At least we think it's close. Nice eyeball alignment, because it was just, to go straight, I had to pull it to the left quite a bit. Cut my finger all up in the process, switched our gloves around. All right, we're good. He's good, we're good, let's go. Oh, so much better. So I'm sure the Mohawk's exaggerated the goofy alignment. It does have some sort of bracing underneath. I don't know if it's grip and rip, because theirs is usually like yellow zinc coated kind of deal, and this is all black oxide looking. But it does have S module braces in it. Yeah, the alignment was just goofy. So I'm sure, like I said, that exacerbated the Mohawks on here. But just that alone feels way better now. A little bit of toe out in it, the old eyeball race car alignment. Oh, night and day. Night and day. But yeah, I am quite a bit behind schedule. It's noon right now. I don't think I'm going to get a full lunch. When I get into Cambridge, Jeffersonville area, I'm going to grab a little something, I don't know what, and then hit the rail bed, and I'm going to make up a lot of time on the rail bed, because with this hot rod, I'll be able to just sit there and cruise. And we'll fly the rail bed all the way from Cambridge, about 35 miles, give or take, right to Hardwick, Joe's Pond, Danville area, and then hit 51, and from there it's about 50 miles up to Island Pond. Whoa! There he goes. Elbird's pecking his way back home, and I am pecking my way onward. So we got another, boy, I don't know, 8-10 miles, I would guess, of mediocre stuff, and then we'll be on to the good stuff. So I will turn the camera back on when we get to some better trail, and we'll go from there. Thing is pretty sweet as long as you don't try to override it. Like, you really cannot push it super hard and try to ride it at like 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10 through the tight twisty woods. It's just too big and heavy and too responsive, and it's not built for that, right? So you keep that in mind, and you ride it at the pace that it's comfortable doing things at, and it's great. And that's perfect for what I'm doing this weekend. Nice little cruiser ride. These tight, twisty Vermont trails down here, not the Northeast Kingdom. You know, the other stuff that we're on is just tight and twisty for a while. Anyway, then we'll get to some better stuff. But for now, it's just riding it at its pace and just cruising along. The suspension's working really good. I think I need to take another click or two out of the fronts. The rear seems pretty damn good. I might take one out of the rear track shock just to see what she do. But yeah, all in all, we're just plugging along, getting closer to the Essex area. They should pick up with grooming and stuff from there. Hello, nice woofer. Oh yeah, look at this. This is what's up. really think this thing needs a set of Pro Steer skis. I think those will be the perfect balance on this with a navigator. Off we go. So I'll yank them off of one of the other sleds at home, try those out some other time next week. These pilots are working okay. They're just not, how do I word it? I don't know. The short little runner is not my favorite. It's like most of the time they're pretty good, but every once in a while it's so short that I feel like you can get under it, and it like whap does this number. It doesn't stay linear. I feel like you can turn the ski too much, and if you get a little bit of body roll, it just whap gets under the ski a bit. I don't know. I think probably taking the outside runner off might help with that. Maybe that's where the outside one's digging in when I'm getting too far on that point. Wow, what all this though? Well, what the hell? Oh, that's not very nice of them. Jeez. I will say this sled puts off enough heat that my feet are plenty warm. I don't ever have to worry about my feet getting cold on this thing, I don't think. Whoa. Whoa, a little bit of a highway right here. Preview of me on the rail bed for I don't even know how long later. Wow, this is awesome over here. Big hats off to the Essex boys. Look at this, smooth as a goose. I mean, it is a field, but still they're working the field. Look at it, look at this thing. Shoo. Yeah, this thing is awesome out here in these fields. That's what it's meant for, you know? Just sitting out here cruising. Wow. She is touchy in the sport mode. And since I geared it down, we're not pulling the RPM that we were before, so I'm going to have to mess with the PP80 and pull half of a hockey puck out of the bigger hockey puck or whatever the hell they are. Boy, my feet do get hot in this thing though. Holy tucker. Boy, it has been so many years since I've ridden this stuff. It's so cool to get back out here. Oh, Forester. Some of it's changed a little bit, a couple extra zigs and zags here and there, but for the most part it's relatively the same. My feet are very warm. I don't need the big woolies riding this thing, I'll tell you that for free. Wow. It is pretty much anywhere pretty much anywhere other than the big fields, straightaways, rail beds, that type of stuff. The normal mode is much easier to ride, especially through this tight twisty stuff. So I keep bouncing it back and forth between modes, but it's nice to have that option. If you only had the sport, boy would it tire you out real quick. Uh-oh, more ground birds. Or a bird. Buddy, get out of the road! Get out of the road, knucklehead! There's another one! Oh, I'm sneaking up on you. Ah! What are you doing? Oh, what an idiot! This thing's too quiet, he didn't hear me coming. Jeez, oh. get some fuel, and then continue on our way. Let's see. Will that fit up in there? Nope. Dang it. Alright, about to hit the rail bed here and just hog on this thing for 35-40 miles. Get over to Hardwick area, do one little loop up over, hit the rail bed again, Joe's Pond, and then zoop right to Marty's, and then 51 up from there. So it's like 145 right now. That should put me into Island Pond around 5-ish, I think, if I had to guess. Get a nice little early dinner, go to camp, and then relax. Or maybe do a loop, I don't know. I calculated it out back there. Filling up the same way I did back home. We took 3.3 gallons to go 55 miles, 56 miles. Came out like 16 and a half miles a gallon. It's pretty damn good. It's impressive for me. Usually I am in the 12 at best range, 12 to 13 if I'm really being nice to something. So that's pretty good to see, but we'll see what we get after we're just blazing the rail bed for a while. Link bag is working really well so far. I haven't had any issues with that, knock on wood. I had to make some homemade little riser brackets because all the newer link bags are for a flat top tunnel, and this has the hump for the cooler. So Skidoo does make risers, but no one had them in stock, so I had to make do and get something whipped up. But that's all been solid so far. Again, knock on wood. Hopefully we don't lose our bag. Keep checking my shadow or reaching back, making sure I still got it. And yeah, it's packed up pretty good for getting me through 3 days. The camera charging stuff and batteries and all that kind of digital accessories case takes up a good bit of space. Hello. So for bigger trips, 4 or 5 days, I will need a separate bag, but I'll figure that out when I get back and go from there. But this is my life for the next 40 minutes. We're just going to be sitting here like this. Get out of the road, you morons! Dude! Gobble, 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 gobble! Hello! You know you got some snow when you're on the rail bed and you got a cut edge from the groomer. Pretty cool. Cool little bridge. Look at this thing. Sick. Okay. Thank you for letting us go through here. This is pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever ridden this trail in my life. So I'm kind of excited. Ooh. That's kind of cool. We have made it back to the rail bed. Wasn't bad. It was 4 miles of twisty woods. Groomed up in good shape though, so not bad at all. Back on the rail bed for another 10, 12 probably over to Marty's. Top off the fuel and eat our snack first off, and then keep on our way. I gotta cool my feet off though. God damn. This thing makes some heat. I'll tell you that. Keeps you nice and warm. Made it to the Martins. Marty's Martin. off we go out of Marty's, topped off with fuel. So that mostly rail bed run, we ended up around 12.1, 12.2 miles a gallon, which is more in line with what I usually get. Okay, battery back in. You didn't miss much. 51 out of the back of Marty's was like a damn snowcross track. But we're back, we're moving. We're in Lyndonville territory, as you can see, groomed up, beautiful. And headed towards Burke area. And then I don't remember what is in the middle. My brain's shutting down from no food. But yeah, we'll be to the Essex house in a while. I don't think it's a great all-around Vermont sled. I think it's going to be awesome once I get up into Island Pond, and it's going to be really great for Canada with my intended use for it, right? I don't think I will be taking... Look at the snow! Oh man, this is so cool. We haven't had snow like this in I don't even know how many years. This is so awesome to see. But yeah, I was about to say, I don't think I'm going to be riding this thing in Vermont very often. It'll kind of be strictly Canada or Maine or saddlebag stuff, but like if I were to do this ride again, I would probably take the 650. And I'd pack some oil and deal with it for 3 days within the state. But for this thing's intended use, going up to Canada and everything, I think this is going to be great. So I'm just going to be doing this right here, sitting and cruising. A little bit of lean. Look at this view though. Damn. I am second or third track on this stuff right here. Burke is definitely out grooming at the moment. Okay, good. I'm getting off of the path of that, which kind of a bummer, but also I don't really want to run into a groomer, so you know. I have no idea if this camera is on or off. Boy, one more groomer pass over this stuff. This whole section is going to be incredible. I'm past the super hungry stage. I don't think we're quite too delirious yet, but you know, we're getting there. Can I reach that? Newark? Yeah, that's it. Newark Easy Riders. Wow, moguls. No! Don't like that. Cool. Man, this is beautiful through here. I'm processing a lot of stuff about this sled as I ride it, trying to kind of develop a plan on what I can and should realistically change about it to make it, you know, quote-unquote better for what I need it to be. I don't know, processing that through my head, thinking about this thing, how it feels, what I could change. I'd like to post forward a little bit more, which is a decent mod. You got to get a 2-stroke post, you got to cut it, sleeve it, extend it a little bit so it clears the engine, blah, 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 and that'll correct my riser angle, and I can maintain my bars in about the same position, but maybe like half an inch farther forward, but correct the riser angle and stuff. The ergos of these handlebars are not very good. Like the degree of the sweep up and the pull back on them, the twist is just not great. They don't feel comfortable in comparison to everything else that's been out for a while now. It's like the sled ergos and bar design and stuff has just continued to improve. That's one region, thankfully, they've continued to improve over the years. And I'm noticing that big time after putting 130, 40, whatever miles straight on this one. I miss my newer handlebars, which that's an easy fix, easy swap, not a big deal, but still something else to consider having to do and put money into. All the suspension works great. Like, I don't really have much to complain about on this. I think I could soften the rear up just a whisker in the rear track shock, like I talked about earlier. I didn't end up doing it, so I could do that for tomorrow. Could also drop a torsion down. Yeah, I'm just trying to ride it as is, get a good baseline for it. Front shocks, no piggyback, are working good. And I don't think this is a sled that I would end up hammering through 2-foot moguls, so I don't really need the extra oil capacity in them. Just have them rebuilt every season and be good to go. But yeah, I don't know. We're pondering the orb. Oh, biscuits. I timed that right. I got in the Essex house and got my food order in and got my food right as they shut the water off in town. I don't know if you can make out, there's a guy over there, a flagger, with the stop slow sign. Just to the left here by the gas pumps, there's a big water main break, I guess, under the pavilion that they're trying to fix here in town. So they shut all the water off for a bit while they're working on that. So the Essex house, they're having to buy 2 liters for mixers and keep drinks going. They can only do certain food and this and that. So they are going through it right now. Crews are here working like crazy. So, I mean, they know how important this place is to the snowmobiling community throughout the weekends and stuff. So they're doing everything they can to get it going. But yeah, I timed that right. I'm going to go out, do a quick little loop, and then head back to the cabin and hit the hot tub. So let's keep going. We got about half life on this battery after it warmed up inside. Saddlebag's good to go. I got food. I'm refueled. I'm good to go. Let's get after it. It's too good. I'm gonna keep going to the next intersection. Hit that little service road loop probably. Let's see what we get. Camera, I'm just gonna let it run till battery dies. Yeah, it needs the Pro Steer on it. Pro Steer characteristics on the front of this are gonna be awesome. That'll bring her right around. Yeah, okay. Glad I made it up here now. This thing out here in this stuff is sick. This is what we needed to test. Big hole, doesn't care, our motion things. Hell yeah. Oh my lord. Yeah, this thing's sick. Oh, get it on the trails it's meant for. And my god, look out. This thing's gnarly, bro.
We made it to camp. All the boys' rigs are here. They all, I think I touched on this earlier, but if not, they all left from here to go up to Greenville, Maine, and then to Fort Kent, and then back. They're doing a 4-day saddlebag ride. But this old girl wasn't ready quite yet for something like that. I wasn't quite ready for something like that. And I got to be back Sunday and a whole bunch of things. So that didn't work out. But all their rigs are here, so it's good to see that all their stuff's still here. I just got camp open, turned on, lights and all that stuff. Gotta bring in all my gear, my freaking saddlebag gear, dude. Whoo! 182 miles for the day from Heinsberg all the way up to here in Island Pond. 40 of those were just rail bed, which were really nice. A lot of really rough stuff in between. Most of the clubs, I gather, are probably going out tonight to groom all that stuff into shape for tomorrow. Then they'll be out again tomorrow night and Saturday night and all that. So my timing was a little bit off. No food, no lunch. I was getting grumpy, but we're good now. We're good to go. We got the hot tub. Gonna go fire that thing up, make sure that that's up to temp. And I'm gonna soak in there for quite a while because the 1200 through 180 miles of tight, twisty Vermont is a little bit of work. A little bit of work. It's no RXC through there, but you know, we got it done. So yeah, go relax for the night, and then we'll be back tomorrow morning. It snowed again. A couple inches on the old hot rod out there. I don't really want to go clean it off. It's a lazy morning. You know, it was rough yesterday. But we're gonna go get some better stuff. I looked at the map, it's quite groomed up out there, so we should be in good shape. I'm gonna go start it up. Hopefully it vibrates enough to let most of that heated seat, I can clean the seat off with that. Nice, let's go. Let's see how this cold start job goes, huh? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And turn our heated seat on high right there. I want to see how much of the seat actually cleans itself off, so we're going to leave that. Sad. Nice day for a cruise, you know?
Alright, so it seems like most stuff is groomed up overnight. Check the map. A lot of blue, a lot of fresh groomer reports from their GPS systems. We got a lot of ice in the tunnel, apparently. I think we got it. Maybe. Nope. Oh, yep, there you are. That'll do it. Any other chunkies I ought to pull out of here? Oh yeah, look at this. Jesus. Don't want those in the trail. All of it. Most of it anyway. Oh yeah, we're good to go now. Oh, my shins and knees are hurting. I knew I was beating them up on these panels, especially with these vents down here. But boy, them don't feel good. I knew I should have cut those vents off, but the guy that drilled the holes in the panel under the vents, boy, he butchered this right side. So I'm gonna have to get another lower panel, cut the vent off, drill the holes. Well, not cut the vent off, actually. New panel, drill some holes, make it look decent. No vents. No vent covers, rather. Whatever. I just gotta hammer into that bruise enough to where it goes numb again, then we're good to go. left from the same camp. And I was like, that's fair. So I said, yep. Hitting the trail with Jake and his brother here. 600 RXC that I did the whole Thunder clutching tune package on. I was going to go to Burke Public House for lunch, but they were smart enough to look it up and tell me they don't open till 4. I was just assuming they were open at like noon or something on Fridays, but that's out now. So just going to go for a cruise with these boys and see where we end up. I think maybe Canaan they were talking about, so whatever. See where we go. So far, some things to reflect on with this sled right now. We're riding at this pace in the group and stuff, and after yesterday and everything, the engine braking on sport mode is way too much for most times, so I gotta do a little something there. All in all, it's not bad, but the skis need some work. I need to get some pro steers on it. I really think those will be ideal for this thing. They'll be just enough without being too much. They'll be linear, predictable. These pilots are working okay. We've got a really good base in here, but like I said, I think with the outside carbide on them, sometimes they just catch a little bit much. It's almost like, I was saying, it feels like you get under the ski, or the ski gets under the spindle, kind of, is like the best way to describe it, even though I know that's not physically happening. But like, if you can imagine what that would feel like if you're turning, it gets under it and just tries to do this number. It's just weird. So we're just running it on normal. I think I will later play with the suspension a little bit. I might take another click out of each front shock. Front track shock, I don't really have any options with it. I can take a little spring preload out, but I think it's okay for now. I'd like to take one torsion down to soft so basically from number 2 down to number 1, and then take 2 clicks out of the rear track shock, see what that gets me, just for fun. The torsion seems a little bit stronger today naturally because I don't have as much weight in my bag. So like yesterday it was like right on the edge. Today I think it's just a little bit too much. Other than that, it's pretty good. Pretty dang good. This snow dust sucks. All right, no real midday. Okay, no real midday footage for you. I met up with the Davenport boys and we were hogging. We've already done 135, I think I had, for mileage already. As you can see, I'm not sure what time it is. Let's take a look. It's probably 3, something like that. We didn't leave till 10:30. Yeah, 3:20. So we've been cranking. It's pretty cold out. Batteries are not holding up very well. So I didn't film too much. I didn't want to bother with swapping batteries around. But yeah, sun's starting to poke out, which is good because tomorrow's supposed to be really nice and warm. This thing is doing its job, but that skid plate has got to go. Look at the ice buildup down in there. There's probably, I've already cleaned it out once. There's probably 30 pounds of ice in the bottom of that thing. Oh my God, it's down here too. The whole nose cone. Oh my God, I got 100 pounds worth of ice in the front of this thing. Yikes. Yeah, muscling this thing around is just that. You got to muscle it around. It does everything. most of these trails, like the section I'm in now is awesome, real close to like what Canada stuff is, and it shines in there. But boy, some of the tighter, twistier stuff, riding the way we were riding, it's hard to move this thing around all day. These vents have absolutely destroyed my shins. They're both bruised all to hell. They're killing me. These vents that this guy added don't keep snow out worth a damn. So you can see this one's iced right up. It keeps getting ice on the primary, on the PB80, and it'll slip the belt a little bit here and there. So I split off from the group just because the snow dust and stuff, it's not working out too well in that regard. I'm going to try to put enough heat into this thing. And like when I get back to the cabin, I'm going to let it idle till it basically overheats, shut it off, let it cool, repeat that, try and melt some of this ice out. But boy, that front end ice buildup is not cool. I can't believe it's in the nose cone that much. I mean, no joke. Can you see in there? Can you guys see that? It's up to here. This whole nose is ice. When I get back, I'll definitely clean all. Oh my God. Yeah, so all these stupid plastic vents need to come off, and it needs to get just frog skin over it because those are not doing their job of keeping moisture out. They're letting air in, but they're letting snow in too. But yeah, other than that, it's going good. Yeah, let's get riding and pecking along here before this ice really locks in. Huh, I guess I shut this off. But I don't remember when. Oh no. Who knows what we missed? That's a bummer. Anyway, coming back into the pond here. We're gonna cross the pond, go to camp while it's still daylight, and work on blowing this ice out of the nose of this thing, because there's a lot of weight up front that is not good. Nothing happening out here, no races today. Everyone's at Back Lake. That's right, shootout weekend. Whoa. I got the epitome of health right here. What do you guys know about this? I don't even know why I got this. Alright, we are all packed up, ready to go. Everything's in there. That bag's working great. Pretty pumped on that. Pulled the vents off, used my pocket knife and sawed all the plastic rivets off of there. You can see how just mangled that side is. I don't know what the hell dude was doing. These are all like, I don't know. Mangled. This one's not too bad. So it's like, how, whatever. Oh my God, it's not even, yeah, I should have cut those stupid vents off in the shop. I knew it. I played myself for, how many miles did I play myself for? 336.6 miles I played myself. Jeez. Oh my God. The side panels are so much better. I hate that I didn't do that. Like, I knew I should have done it. And I was like, I just don't want to look at it being ugly. But my shins, it would have been worth it to save the shins. But whatever, we're at where we're at now. We're good to go. Hopefully this is groomed compared. Oh yeah, we're in good shape now. Let's go. Boy, that moisture on the primary yesterday was no good. This thing it feels so much more responsive today because the belt's actually gripping and the primary sheaves aren't just soaking wet. Seriously, not even the same sled with the vents off of these side panels. Like, the mobility without just cringing and killing my shins is insane. Alright, this is in just absolute beautiful shape right now. As I say that, there's 4 craters right there. Yup. Yeah, this thing is really good now. Like, I'm not kidding, it feels like a different machine, the mobility I have on it now without being in pain. That and the hard pack, like the combo of the trails being actually hard, like they're froze up a little bit now. So the Arrowhead has pretty good traction. The primary's not soaking wet, so we actually got some belt grip. Like, it's feeling really, really good today. This thing is impressing me already in the first 10 miles or so. Oh, the couple clicks out of the shocks and stuff at these speeds, this thing is really feeling good. I was having thoughts last night of like, oh, I gotta get some really nice shocks and this and that, and go through it and just start rebuilding suspension and changing this and changing that. I really think I just need to do XRS seat, try some Polaris Pro Steer skis on it. We're going to need a little bit more wind protection and bigger handguards and stuff for the really, really cold trips in Canada, so we got to do something there. Gauntlets might be just, gauntlets or muffs, whatever you want to call them, might just be the easiest solution there. So I got to look into something for that. But yeah, XRS seat, some different skis, and then I think run it until these shocks start to fade out, and then reevaluate that side of it. Got to do a little bit of storage work on the back so I can fit a second bag. And, whoa, maybe dabble with the post forward, like I said, just to correct some riser angle stuff. But whoa, where's the stop? It came up quick, huh? Little stuff, but man, for the money I have in this thing, it is really, really good. I keep saying that there's not a lot to do, but there's just so much little OCD stuff for me. Like, it's got really bad header wrap on it that's several seasons old and all dry and cracked and all that. So I gotta pull all that off and then have the header Cerakoted, but that'll be over the summer or into the fall or whatever. That'll be that kind of time frame. I'm not gonna mess with that now. We just go ride it. Well, we got a list. We got a mental list going. Man, this engine is just so buttery smooth. It's crazy. It's pretty sad that they didn't keep running with this thing. I know everyone loves their 900R, 900T and all that, but this thing is just so smooth. It's ridiculous. A cow. See, this is what I was hoping for on my way up on Thursday. You can fly when this stuff is nice. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to talk about right now. I haven't seen a ton of traffic, seen some, but I think I'm early enough now, and there's enough statewide snow that people are pretty well spread out, riding kind of their more local favorite areas and stuff, and not sticking to just the one little hub that has snow. So, yep, that's that. I am hungry. That couple pieces of leftover pizza didn't last very long. Whoa, geez, I'm groomer drag down in the hole. I should check. My tail light's still on? Nope. Why did I know? Why did I have something tell me, hey, your tail light ain't on, brother? That's funny. My tail light's still on? Nope. Of course not. Hello, hello. Yep, there you go. Whew. Safety stop. Jeez. These goobers are still here. Buddy, get out of the road. Alright, last leg to get back. It's going to be good for a while. Then most likely we're going to hit a section that wasn't groomed at all in the last however long. It's probably still that way. But whatever. It's the way it goes. Beautiful day. This thing do be putting out a lot of heat on the feet. We're gonna break 7,000 on the hot rod though. It's getting pretty old. Hopefully your head doesn't fall off. Pretty cool tunnel coming up right here. Loops under I-89. Doesn't loop, it just goes under, but you know what I'm saying. Ooh, doggy. Trail. Thank God. Oh, what a dream to be back on some of this. Oh, look how wide they're making this. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. These guys get it. Oh my God, what a good job. Smooth sailing from here, literally smooth. Wow. Who blew that? Push it back.